Welcome to the CEO's blog this week, and once again I start with the update on COVID-19. The issues in southwest Sydney are certainly troubling, not only for the community but for harness racing. We will take whatever measures are required to protect harness racing across the state, and those measures may well lead to the reintroduction of regional racing. Not looking to that right at this time, but we will be guided by government. Already from Wagga on Friday afternoon, patrons won't be accepted back onto the track. That is a precaution only due to the outbreak in the southern areas, the Albury area of New South Wales. But what I can say is that we're going ahead with race meetings like we did at Young last night and at Bathurst tonight and Penrith as well. When it comes to Tabcorp Park Menangle on Saturday night, one of the things that we will be introducing is that no people are permitted to go outside the building. So access to the walkways in the stables has been removed. And as I said, no persons, owners, patrons, whatever, will be allowed to go outside. A simple case that was observed last Saturday night was owners rushing to the fence and wanting to shake hands and congratulate the trainer of one of the winning horses. So please, we must be vigilant to everything we do. Harness Racing New South Wales will keep you alerted. We meet on a daily basis with regard to the COVID-19 pandemic, and we look at what we can best do to continue racing in New South Wales. Once again, our thoughts go out to Victoria, but as we spoke last week, or as I spoke last week, the impact isn't too far away. Just remember, it's social distancing whenever you're at a race meeting. It's hygiene that we must observe, whatever we do in any facet of the industry, in any facet of what you do with your daily lives. So stay safe, keep well, and if you have any symptom whatsoever, any thought that you may have a slight cold, which could be the commencement of the COVID-19, take all precautions, be tested, keep away from others if you can, and certainly don't attend a race meeting. Contact the stewards if you have a concern. We will be contacting trainers that are moving from areas, personally contacting those trainers and drivers as we go forward. So be open with what we know. We don't wish this insidious virus to pass through our industry and have the potential to close it down. Thank you on that matter, but it's very important that we are so vigilant to the COVID-19 protocols. And as we're talking about these troubling times, don't forget Mates for Harness. They're there to help you. If you need anything, if you have a question you ask, contact head office, contact Morris Logue and work through from there. But whilst we're talking about Morris Logue, he's part of a team, he heads up a team that's there to assist participants with any of the government assistance that may be available. So simply email Morris with your predicament, if it is a predicament, or where you think you might need assistance and may be able to get assistance. It's not always as straightforward as what we think, but Morris is there to help you. So reach out to Morris. His email's here on the screen. Send him that email. Tell him what you're all about. Tell him what you may need assistance with, and he'll do his very, very best to put you in contact or assist you with completing whatever is required by government. Now we move into the highlights of the week, and last week it was a long week. This week it's a short week. I'm sorry about the inconsistency with the blogs as far as timing's concerned, but it's how things evolve. At Wagga last Friday, Brett Woodhouse landed a double with 2-year-olds, Bated Breath and The Mountain, both of which will be aimed for the Breeders' Challenge. Both horses were bred at Yerribee Stud, being by Caribbean Blaster and Warrawee Needy. And what an outstanding start to his siring career is Warrawee Needy's performances. Outstanding in his first season, 8 winners from 13 starters, which are all from only his first 47 foals. So if you're looking for a stallion to book to this year, make sure you contact Rod and Di at Yerribee Stud. They have a host of stallions there, and in the coming weeks we'll be releasing other stallions that will be standing here in New South Wales, and hopefully you can support them and all the initiatives that we're promoting. Also at Wagga, David Kennedy and Jackson Painting combined to win the 3-year-old filly Adira, which is also Breeders' Challenge bound. Jackson Painting and Brad Hewitt joined Brett Woodhouse with driving doubles. Newcastle on Friday night and the Clayton Harmy Blake Hughes show rolled on with a treble, whilst at Tabcorp Park Menangle on Saturday night, Where Ya Been Boppin' won the Group 3 Farmer Joe's final for Shane Sanderson and Cameron Hart. He lowered his lifetime mark to 150.5 and has his record now to 11 wins from 16 starts. Also at Menangle on Saturday night, Craig Cross had a training double and Todd McCarthy had a driving double. Whilst at Dubbo on Sunday, Wayne Watterson was the breeder, owner, trainer and driver of Watto's Mate and Rockin' and Rollin', a fantastic double for Wayne Watterson. Another interesting winner at Dubbo was Cloudin' Up for owner Sue Townsend. Menangle on Monday, and there were doubles to the Butt brothers, Tim and Anthony. At Menangle yesterday, there were 8 trainer winners and 7 driver winners, with Luke McCarthy scoring a double. Last night at Young, to close the week, there was a double to Bernie and Doug Hewitt. Interstate, and it was good to see that the Queensland border was reopened to New South Wales horses, but at Albion Park there was a treble to Craig Cross and Leonard Kane. However, the main highlight of the night was the win by Gendon Strike in the South East Oaks. Trained by Chris Frisby for owners Alan Stapley and Craig Lusby, the drive by Anthony Frisby was absolutely superb. Have a look at the last half lap as Anthony finds the winning line.
True Stepper second the outside, Gendon Strike every chance sitting third, Toanui Spirit is fourth, Wicked As Soldo 3 wide, just being reined up there, Fearless Faith splits runners, Tinker Terror the inside, Fond Memories 3 deep with cover, Miss Ruby Sunshine badly held up, then Jiggle and Jive, Pelosi still back at the tail and wide, 400 metres left to run, third quarter in 28.6, Better Than Diamonds going boldly out in front, leads the way by a neck, True Stepper's called on, Gendon Strike Frisbee weighs up his options, inside or outside, he cuts back to the inside, waiting for that passing lane run, Fond Memories coming on deeper, Pelosi's not in the call, they're into the home straight, Better Than Diamonds still clear, leading True Stepper, Gendon Strike the inside, Fond Memories out deeper, Pelosi starting to charge with Miss Ruby Sunshine, Gendon Strike in front, takes it, Gendon Strike.
And to wind up the highlights of the week, wasn't it also good to see Kid Montana win at Albion Park for the Shepherdson family from Narrabri? But while we look at the highlights, a couple of lowlights of the week were 2 falls, one at Dubbo and one at Young, that involved the siblings Jason and Emma Turnbull. Jason was tipped out at Dubbo and appears to have a bit of a strain to his wrist and hand. But for Emma, the situation isn't anywhere near as good. She remains in Young Hospital under very good care, of course, but it appears that she probably has a break to the higher part of her leg or a possible pelvic fracture. To Emma and Jason, speedy recoveries, but especially to you, Emma. We're thinking of you, the whole fraternity's thinking of you, and hopefully you'll be transferred back closer to home, away from Young Hospital and to Orange perhaps. But they are the lowlights that we can experience in this wonderful sport. It's not always highlights. Just a reminder, of course, about the strategic plan. Please make a submission to that plan. It helps form the future of our sport. And on rehoming, now the rehoming company is in full swing now. Peter Nugent is leading a group of very dedicated people with looking at strategies to rehome horses. But if you want an opportunity right now, go to this spot, the Hunter Valley horses. These horses will be retired if they're suitable, mainly looking for geldings. So call Scott, have a conversation with him. He might find a home for your horse going forward. That's it for the blog this week. I wish you all the best as always. Be safe, be careful. Watch what we're doing with the COVID-19. This pandemic is worrying us more so than what it was probably a month or so back, but have a good week.